All right, welcome to this Pharaohs in a nutshell video. So what is Pharaohs? Pharaohs is a 100% native app that captures all Salesforce errors. Now, this app is concerned with the application level errors. Anything that falls out of Apex, flows, process builders, anything that you can build on a platform can fail and therefore generate an error. So we capture that. How do we do that? Well, a lot of that comes from emails. Some of it comes from platform events. There's stuff that's available in the back end for async jobs and bulk API. So we gather all of that information and turn it into log records. This gives you a central repository. So a log record is just a custom object with a bunch of data saved against it. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to build cool dashboards like this. And even just knowing basic information like how many users are impacted, that is missing today. So Pharaohs gives that ability through gathering all this data. Not only that, we can also gauge data impact. If there's a process that's trying to update a record and fails, well, it didn't do its job, right? So there's potential data impact there. Having a view like this is extremely useful. Here's my trend over time. All of a sudden I see a spike. Well, what happened there? Did I do a release? Did I push some changes? Did a vendor do an update? All these things are good to know and compare against this kind of timeline view. Let's dive into some log records, shall we? So let's go through the flow one. This one is notorious because it usually comes in like this. And it's just a giant wall of text. There's a ton of useful info there. So what Pharaohs does is it ingests all of that, parses it out, pulls out the relevant bits, and turns it into a nice visual like this. This allows you to retroactively step through it and troubleshoot. You can look at the data changing as you move through the steps, look at the details to see what you have built in the flow, and figure it out. On top of that, Pharaohs captures related objects, running user, flow information, automatic categorization, environment details. Gives you an occurrence chart, tells you when the problem happened, to what extent. We snapshot the audit trail so you don't have to hunt around the giant CSV file. All of that to aid troubleshooting. Let's look at another one. This is an Apex error. And if we pop over here, here's a stack trace. Well, what you get with Salesforce today is this, right? Well, I don't remember what's on this class in line 64. Well, I can easily see that here because Pharaohs gives me context to do that. And the cool thing is that this is all snapshotted, so it's stored with the log record forever. So you go and change the code 3 months from now, 6 months from now, this log record is unchanged. Of course, all the same stuff like running user and occurrence and audit trail snapshots, all of that's saved with every log record. Here's a bulk API one, gives you the error message along with the data record, a view that's extremely hard to put together from the data that's available in Salesforce. Here's one that most people build custom log objects for. It's an integration error. Well, I want to know what happened when I sent a particular request payload to the service. What response did it give me back? Well, this view lets you visualize it in a nice postman-like UI. Here, you can not only see what you posted, in this case, and what response came back, but you can also replay it. So you can come here, hit the replay button, and then send it off. Of course, you can mess with the parameters and change the URL and whatnot. Try it out, see if you get a different response. Now, logs are great, and they give you a lot of info for debugging, troubleshooting, very low-level information. But a lot of times companies ask, well, I know I have issues. I know I have a lot of log records. I get the emails. What are the top issues that I've got that I need to focus on? To answer that question, we built an issue tracker. Now, an issue aggregates log records underneath itself, and it gives you the answers to the question of how important is this to fix? Well, this is affecting a lot of users here in the last 30 days, affecting a lot of data. It's happening almost on a daily basis. This is probably a high priority item that needs to be fixed. Now, you can assign this to someone right from Salesforce. So you could create a Jira ticket. We have an integration with Jira. It's pretty extensive. And you can even do some troubleshooting because that same debug view that we saw in the log record is available here. On top of that, it would be nice to know as the errors happen in real time what they are. So to do that, Pharaohs has something called notification rules. Now, this allows you to build a notification similar to an email template based on merge fields. You can set the filter criteria to list, okay, I want just flow errors, or I want Apex errors. Send it to this Slack channel or that Slack channel, or send it to PagerDuty. On top of this, there's monitoring. So this is a really cool functionality that lets you monitor for patterns of errors. Pharos is capable of monitoring spikes in raw logs or errors, as well as spikes in user impact, recurring issues, and so on and so forth. And the beauty of it is it's all real time. We can literally go down to 1 minute if we want to. So if there's a spike of 10 errors or more in 1 minute, Pharos will find it and it'll send you a notification. Now, there's still a ton of cool stuff here that I won't get into right now because this is a short video, but you can connect multiple environments, connect multiple sandboxes, production instances, whatever you want, push logs between them. There's configurable retention policies, so you can choose to archive data or delete data that's older than, let's say, a year. You can also do that based on filter criteria. So you can keep flow logs for longer. You can keep Apex logs for shorter periods of time, up to you. And the way to set that up is to just run through a quick start wizard. It's plug and play. Takes a few steps, you'll be up and running in 2 minutes.